the American people. And I'm determined to bring the change that the people voted for last November. And that means cutting what we don't need to pay for what we do.
All right, joining us live from Capitol Hill right now, Republican Congressman Scott Garrett of New Jersey, a member of the House Budget and Financial Services Committee. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get right to it. I mean, not one Republican member of the House, including you, voted for the stimulus bill. How do you feel about this budget?
Well, don't feel good about this budget. I guess I'm still waiting to see some action put behind all the words that we've heard all through the campaign, and more importantly, what we heard from the president just the other night in his speech, that he's concerned about responsibility by the families, the counties, the states. What about the federal government? When are we going to start seeing some responsibility in spending in Washington?
Congressman, there's been some question about whether Republicans, if they can just slow down the decision-making on this budget, that it would be a winner for Republicans, because if the decisions are made quickly, Obama has the wind at his back and he's got the support of the nation right now. Is that what Republicans will do to try to slow down any decision-making on this big budget?
Well, whether it's calling slowing down or just giving the members of Congress and the American people the opportunity to actually sit down and read the bill and digest it. As you know, when the stimulus came along, we had our leader Boehner there on the floor with the bill that was this large, and he said no one had the opportunity to read it on either side of the aisle, even probably members of the committee, et cetera, where we spent $800 billion. Now we're going to be spending, let's see, around 4 times that amount of money. Yeah, I think the American public would like us to read it and digest it and understand it, and maybe even post it on the web so the American public can have their say on this as well. That's not slowing down. That's just being deliberative in the process.
What bothers you most about this budget? I mean, for instance, does it make sense to raise taxes on people right now, on anyone within the economy right now when the economy is struggling so much?
We're going to be raising taxes essentially, or raising costs on essentially everybody in America with the cap and trade language that's in this bill. And no, to answer your question point blank, no, it does not help when you're in a recession to say, we're going to take more money out of your pocket and send it to Washington so the bureaucrats and the politicians down here can spend it.
So what would you change first, though? Give us something specific. What would you change first?
Well, we have suggested a whole host of things, but one item was as overall spending. How about a freeze on spending? A lot of us, we could get behind that immediately. Some of us would like to go even further, across the board 1% cut in non-defense, non-homeland security items, to say that, look, we can find at least 1% of waste, fraud, and abuse. And matter of fact, didn't the president say the same thing, that he wants to go through line by line?
Congressman, it looks like defense is going to see a cut. Will you support that?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting that while we still have our men and women in harm's way overseas fighting for our nation and around the world, that we would see that is the area that he's suggesting that we can find cuts.
When we are doing investigative reporting, look how much waste and fraud has been blown over the last 8 years or so, especially in Iraq with reconstruction. I mean, it seems like there's room to make some tough choices there, given how much we've just burned up anyway.
Oh, you will get absolutely no argument from me on that one. I mean, I've served on the Budget Committee since I come to Congress, and when the Defense Department comes before our committee, they're one of the few parts of government that can't seem to get their budget in order and get a clean bill of health with regard to their accounting. And you're absolutely right on that. But the way to do it, of course, is really what the president said, is to go through line by line and find those areas of waste, fraud, and abuse, and not just target that one where you're letting some other things that are out there that we all know are also egregious in their spendings just get a pass this time.
Also, this budget really exemplifies a fundamental shift in the way that health care is structured, the way that we pay for it. How do you feel about that?
Well, when the American public voted for change, I don't know that they voted for change with regard to having somebody else step in between their relationship between their doctor and themselves. And to say that we're going to have the same government who made decisions on, the relief efforts down in with Katrina, or the point that you just made.
Congressman, that's not the same government. That was when George W. Bush was in the White House. Now Barack Obama is.
Well, we can go through administration after administration and find out that there's rampant abuses and waste and fraud. And if we want to have any government on the federal level, I don't care whether it's George Bush or President Obama, being able to say that the federal government and the bureaucrats, because it's not going to be President Obama, actually stand between you and your doctor and the decisions that they make, I think that American public would say, that's not quite the change that I was hoping for from this administration.
Congressman Garrett, thanks so much for your time today. We appreciate that.
appreciate the chance being with you. Thanks a lot.
Look, we're looking at new jobless numbers today.